Blessed day, everyone. Once again, I am your beautiful She, or best friend for life She, sharing to you a new topic. So, today, our topic is about types of informational or factual texts. So, these texts inform readers on true fact-based information. These include a wide range of nonfiction, historical, scientific, and technical texts, including autobiographies and biographies, books about history, social studies, sciences, and the arts, directions, forms, and information displayed in graphs, charts, or maps, and digital resources on a range of topics. I have here a picture. Are you familiar with the picture? Yes, that is Mount Mayon. It is considered as one of the most active volcanoes in the country. Okay, so let's describe the picture's key view of this volcano in Albay. Mount Mayon is both a stunner and a killer. Yes, you're right. It has beauty, but it is feared for its destructiveness. It is admired of its majestic beauty, and it is considered a famous landmark in the Philippines. Its symmetry and perfect cone shape draws attention across the world, but what lies beyond its beauty is its deadly nature. Yes, that is Mount Mayon. A number of factual information may be given or generated about Mount Mayon. Using the given information, you will be able to write a text or paragraph that provides description on the given picture or item. Providing a factual description is one of the ways in writing informational or factual text. So, in this topic, you are expected to identify the purpose, key structure, and language features of various types of informational or factual texts. Let's read President Manuel L. Quezon's autobiography taken from his privileged speech delivered in 1933. It says, "I was born a poor man, the son of a school teacher in one of the smallest towns in the Philippines, Baler. My father had, beside his salary, a 2-hectare rice land which he cultivated. While I was a boy and during my early youth, my father saved as much as he could from his meager salary and from what he could get from his rice field, only to have a few hundred pesos with which to give me an education. During those Spanish days, a Filipino family could live in a small town on 4 pesos a month and a supply of rice. Thus, did my father live for years when I was at age 5. An aunt of mine started to teach me to read and write. My own father and mother and the priest of the town later gave me my primary instruction. At the age of 9, I was brought by my father to Manila and began my secondary education at San Juan de Letran College. First, I lived in a convent of San Francisco, serving as a room and mess boy for one priest, receiving no salary except board and room. Then, my father moved me to the house of an aunt where for some pesos I roomed and boarded. The house was located in Paco, too far from the walled city for him who could only use his own feet as a means of transportation. My classes started at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up very early to reach my classes on time. Again, this impaired my health, and the following year, I was taken by my father to San Juan de Letran as an intern. I remained as an intern until I graduated as AD, with the highest honors. By this time, the savings of my father had all been spent on my education. He owed money and simply told me that I had to stop my studies unless I could work my way through university education. I came to Manila and spoke to my Dominican professors who, by this time, had become very fond of me and told them of my situation. I wanted to be a lawyer but could not pay for my expenses. They secured a position for me as one of the helpers in the University of Santo Tomas with room and board and free tuition. Thus, I was able to take up the study of law. Are you inspired by his journey in the pursuit of his dream? What do you think was his purpose in sharing this part of his life to his audience? How did his story affect your personal views about your studies and your dreams? This speech of President Manuel L. Quezon is a very good example of informational or factual text because this provides significant information or details about himself. Therefore, informational or factual texts are materials that provide significant information or details about a particular person, place, thing, event, issue, and the like. I will present to you in table form the types of informational or factual texts and their purposes, descriptions, signal questions, and signal words. So the first type is sequence. The purpose is to describe or present statements, events, or items in order and or enumerates procedures or steps in doing something. The key structures or signal questions are: what statements, items, events, or steps are listed? Do they happen in this order? Do they always happen in this order? And the signal words are first, second, next, then, before, after, finally, following, not long after, now, soon. Information using sequence may be presented using graphic organizers, as shown in the picture. The number 2 type is description. Its purpose is to describe a person, place, thing, idea, or concept by explaining its features and characteristics or by giving examples. So the signal questions or the key structures: what specific topic, person, idea, or thing is being described? How is it described? How does it look like? How does it work? What does it do? Etc. What is important to remember about it? So the signal words are, for instance, such as, an example, to illustrate, characteristics. So I have here, using description, it can also be represented using the graphic organizer or the concept map as shown below. The third one is the cause and effect. So its purpose is to refer to what happened, effect, and why it happened, cause. So the signal questions are: what happened, why did it happen, what caused it to happen. So the signal words are so, because, since, therefore, if, then. This lead to, reason why, as a result, may be due to, effect of, consequently, for this reason. And information using cause and effect may be presented using the graphic organizer as shown below. The fourth one is the comparison and contrast. Purpose is to show or present how two or more things are alike and or different. So the signal questions are: what items or things are being compared? In what ways are they alike? In what ways are they different? So the signal words are same, as, similar, alike, as well as, not only, but also, both, instead of, either or, on the other hand, different from, as opposed to. So we can see here a Venn diagram that can present the comparison and contrast. Okay, the next one is problem and solution. Its purpose is to tell us about the problem and the possible solutions to it. So the signal questions or the key structures are: what is the problem? Why is this a problem? Is anything being done to try to solve the problem? What can be done to solve the problem? So the signal words Our question is, dilemma is, the puzzle is, to solve this, one answer is, one reason for, the problem is. So information using problem and solution may be presented using the graphic organizers below. Let's put into practice what we have learned. Let's answer the following exercises. The direction is, read and analyze the text below. Complete the table by identifying the types of texts, their purposes, and the signal words used. Number 1. All crocodilians are reptiles with long snouts, long tails, 4 short legs, tough skin, and sharp teeth. Members of crocodilian family include alligators, crocodiles, caimans, and gabials. Crocodilians live in warm weather throughout the year, and they spend part of their time in the water and part of their time on land. Almost all crocodilians grow to be very large, with the largest more than 20 feet long. There are 2 kinds of alligators, 14 kinds of crocodiles, 8 kinds of caimans, and 1 kind of gabial. Okay, let's check our answer. So, the types of text is description. The purposes is, it describes person, place, thing, idea, or concept by explaining its features and characteristics or by giving examples. So number 1, they give examples of different crocodilians. So the signal words are, all crocodiles are members of the crocodilian family, includes crocodilian, live in, and there are 2 kinds, the kinds of crocodilians. Okay, for number 2, recently, scientists have gained an understanding of a crocodile's reproductive activity. Crocodiles mate in the water, where the buoyancy keeps them from crushing each other. Prior to mating, there are stylized postures, jumping, submerged bubble blowing, and snout contact. After mating, hard-shelled eggs are laid in a nest, in a hole scooped in the sand, where it is time to hatch. The infant crocodiles begin a loud chirping sound that leads the female to the nest, which she excavates. Finally, when all the babies are accounted for, the mother crocodile transforms them to the shallow water, where they will learn under adult protection for weeks or months. Okay, so what is our answer? The type of text is sequence. 4. Its purposes describe the present statements, events, or items in order. No, it enumerates procedure. So what is the signal word? Recently, prior, after, when it is time, and finally. Okay, number 3. Let's read. On the riverbanks of the Nile River, home to some crocodiles, there are many kinds of birds, sometimes called crocodile birds, because they are always hopping around crocodiles. The big crocodiles and the birds are useful to each other for several reasons. The birds eat flies and leeches that they find on the crocodile's skin and mouths. In this way, the birds get a food meal and the crocodiles get rid of the leeches and flies. Sometimes an enemy frightens the birds, who scream and fly away. As a result of the noise, the birds give the crocodiles a warning of danger. Okay, so what is the type? It is cause and effect. The purpose is, it refers to what happened and why it happened. So the signal words are because, for several reasons, as a result. Okay, so let's go to number 4. In the most parts of the world, there are not as much crocodiles as there used to be. This is a problem because crocodiles are becoming endangered, and also crocodiles are necessary to the balance of nature. Many crocodiles have died because people dried up the swamps and marshes where the crocodiles live. Poachers have also contributed to the dilemma, as crocodiles have been desired for their strong, smooth, leathery skins. In order to preserve these mighty creatures, people must take care of crocodile's environment and help put a stop to the needless shooting of this animal. So the type of text is problem and solution. Its purposes, it tells about the problem and the possible solutions to it. The signal words are problem and dilemma. Okay, the last one is alligators and crocodiles, along with their relatives, the caimans and the gabions, are very much alike. These crocodilians are reptiles with long snouts, long tails, four short legs, tough skin, and sharp teeth. There are some differences. However, gabions have the longest snout and the most teeth. Some people say that alligators and crocodiles differ in the shape of their snouts and that positioning of their teeth. Zookeepers say that crocodiles move faster than alligators and have nastier disposition. So let's check our answer. Yes. No, the type of text is comparison and contrast. Its purpose is to show or present how two or more things are alike or different. Signal words are along, alike, differences, and differ. Very good. I know you got that right. Congratulations. I know you know now what is informational or factual text. Before I end this video, let's ponder upon the quotation of our President Manuel L. Quezon. I want our people to be like a mulave tree, strong and resilient, standing on the hillsides, unafraid of the rising tide, lightning and storm, confident of its strength. Okay, bye-bye and God bless you. Till next time, God bless.